Now we're going to go ahead and run that transaction in table service mode. So we're going to perform a similar transaction, this time in table service mode. Table service will force you to choose a table. So in this case, free tables are green, red is dirty, reserved is gold, and blue are seated tables. So we're going to go ahead and select a table. We're going to go ahead and pick a few items. Notice we're on table 2. We don't have a customer name yet. And we can add more seats here and add more items and break them down by seat. We can still mark the order as to go, which will print the customer's first name, last name in the kitchen and on the bill. We could adjust the quantity if we need to. And in this case, we have two options. We could stay, meaning send the order to the kitchen and stay on this page so we can make more modifications. Or we can hit close, which will send the order to the kitchen and close out of here and go back to the table service screen or to the transaction page, depending on our configuration. Assuming we are done with this transaction, we're going to go ahead and hit close. So the order is now getting printed to the kitchen and it's going to go back to our transaction page. So notice now that we have a transaction open here. And this is the first time we're looking at this transaction screen, so we'll spend a few minutes here. We can go to all transactions, and in this case you could see a list of all the paid, voided, and pending transactions. Green is your paid transaction. This little sign means that there was a tip left on this transaction. This is pending transaction, and if you had anything in red, would be shown as void. So we've placed the order, sent it to the kitchen, and the customer wants to add more items. So we're going to go ahead and tap on our check number 2. We can see everything that was ordered, the server name, date, time, all the details. We'll simply hit add items here. It will take us back to the menu where it allows us to add more items. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and just choose one of these pancakes. This has a forced options or modifiers in here. So now we're going to try to hit done. And notice it says you have to select an egg option. So we'll go to the egg option and we'll choose over heart and we'll go ahead and hit done, and now it's added to the order. Now in this case we can hit close again and it will automatically send the order to the kitchen, bring us back to our transaction page looking at all of our open tables. Let's say we want to go ahead and print the bill. You can print the bill directly from here. So you have an option to print bill here. If you are on the order entry, you can also print the bill from there by hitting print bill here. So if I go ahead and do that, you can hear my printer will print the bill momentarily. So assuming the customer gave you the payment information, we'll hit pay and it will bring us right to the payment screen again. So if we are in the transaction screen, we could also go directly to the payment page bypassing the flow. Tap on the transaction and just simply do pay check and it will directly bring you to the payment screen. Same operations apply here. So let's say we are paying $10 in cash. We'll hit 10, check mark, hit the cash button. It will go ahead and make the partial payment for $10 and then we can make the next payment however we want. You could make as many partial payments as you want. So in this case, we'll go ahead and hit credit card and it will charge the remaining balance on that credit card. So we'll do 20% tip in this case. So now it's going to take us to the electronic signature. Again, we have this enabled. You can disable this if you want to. We'll hit done signing and it's going to take us to the electronic receipt. We will say no thank you and the transaction is now closed. So now we're back to our table and notice table 2 is red. It will automatically turn green after 5 minutes, giving the busboy time to clean the table. If you want to force it, just press and hold on the table and you can just simply hit OK and you can force open the table sooner than that 5 minutes.